Hello, welcome to the Wandering Artist Podcast. I'm Casey,
And I'm Steffi.
and we are currently in.
Where are we? Oh, we're in Melbourne. We're in Melbourne. Can you see the city?
Australia.
I'll say your favorite word.
Wallaby.
So the past few days we've been in Melbourne, and next up we're going to be in Brisbane. Melbourne's a lot colder and warmer and colder than we thought. As someone with chronic pain, that definitely has whooped my ass, just like week 5 did. I've never been more red in my fucking life.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know.
If you're watching the video, I'm gonna be painting their nails, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then if there's time after, I'm gonna get my toenails painted.
I'm gonna attempt to paint toenails, which I have not done successfully ever. So
we're also like outside in public, and we're at a pier. There's a lot of people around, so they might get a show as well.
Yeah.
They'll get to see my feet for free, which usually is not like a thing, but
I feel like we're referencing that we have an OnlyFans, which we don't. But
I just think it's a funny joke.
It is a funny joke.
Yeah.
And if there's anybody who has an OnlyFans who needs a ghostwriter, call us.
I would love to do that.
That would be really fun. We heard that on Drag Race that someone was doing that, and you're like, wait, that sounds like an amazingly fun job.
Yeah, just like flirting with
random people,
with straight men that like think they're talking to this sexy lady, and it's actually some fucking queer behind the screen.
I think that'd be so funny.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could actually do that though. Like, I don't know how to flirt with straight men.
Yeah, you do. It's exactly, you just pretend like you know what you're doing, and then you're doing it. Okay. It's like, hey, honey. Hey, hottie. You said you have a 2-incher? Oof. I don't know if I can swallow that. Like, it's shit like that. It's just like, it's over the top. It's over the top.
But they're like actually into that. That's funny.
Babe, I've been a performer. I've been a straight performer.
Oh yeah.
I've been performing as a woman, a woman who's into a straight man for over 20 years. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. And yet it was extremely hard. And that's something that I'm also dealing with actively outside of the artist's way. Yeah. LOL. Just with my own previous relationships with straight men who treated me like a body, and that's it. Yeah, but we're not going to get into that. That's a cute dog.
Oh my god.
So sorry. I'm not actually sorry. I just have ADHD and I like dogs, and comedy is a very safe way of changing subjects.
Yeah. Also, if you listen to this, there's a good chance that you are also queer and also have ADHD or
some neurodivergence.
Some kind of neurodivergence, some kind of spicy brain. So you're just along the ride with us.
Yeah, we're here mostly for the vibes, and also to learn a little bit about ourselves and to help you better comprehend the artist's way if you're following along with that. And week 5 for us was a challenge, and I suspect it was for you too. With that being said, bless you. With that being said, I recognize that we're also traveling, so we might have different challenges than other people who are listening. But if you happen to be doing the same thing, then like universally we're on the same page.
Yeah. Also, I feel like it's important for us to disclaim, like, neither of us are feeling our best today. Like, emotionally, physically, there's a lot, but like,
very drained.
That's like, we're gonna show up as ourselves no matter what. Like, the whole point of this podcast is just like being vulnerable and speaking authentically. And so
I'm being a little performative because it's funny. And because like when I'm uncomfortable, I try to like perform a bit more. But yeah, like I'm in pain. It's been hard here. It's like
we both got kicked in the ass as soon as we got to Australia. Before we got to Australia,
in our last day in Thailand, we both got a little bit of upset tummy. And I had health insurance. I had travel insurance for Thailand for that very reason. And of course, the minute we leave is the minute it happens and hits us. Our host has been amazing though. We're staying at an Airbnb where you like stay with the person, and he's been like actually so awesome. And he hasn't said it, but he's definitely someone who would listen to this podcast. So hi. Hi,
Shout out
Boo.
Simon.
Thanks, Simon. You're wonderful.
If you happen to find this, that'd be really funny.
That would be funny.
Like months from now, he's like, "Oh my god,
yeah,
these two.
It's those two little fucking gay bitches." No, we're being nice, I think. But yeah, Simon's been amazing. And if you're in Melbourne and looking for a massage at a wellness clinic, he works at one that I forget the name of, and he is also training to be a a sound therapist. And just got his degree in psychotherapy or counseling. I can't remember which. And I'm super proud of him, even though I've only known him for like 2 days. So he's really great and wonderful. But I think we should start talking about week 5.
Let's do it.
Do you want to paint my nails while I talk about the first theme? Or do we want to like get into that later?
You think you're going to be spitting bars for a while?
I think I'll be spitting bars once it's when I got red.
Yeah, I mean that was like before even the tasks. That was like in the so like that's it's time, is it not? Yeah. What was it called? It's called the
week 5. I don't know what week 5 is called.
No, it's the virtue trap.
The virtue trap. Yeah, the virtue trap is where I'm about to spit bars. Or not even spit bars. I'm just going to tell you about myself a lot. I'm going to get very vulnerable in a way that I'm comfortable, which is, someone once told me, this is such an off track thing. Someone once said that I am the most vulnerable person because I'm a Leo with a Scorpio moon. So I'm willing to show my vulnerability, but like it's not real vulnerability because it's what I'm willing to show you, which is like, I don't know. Anyways, so week 5 had a few different themes, and the themes that we'll start with is the first one. The first one, if you can see the video, I just put even if you can't, I just put my hand out for Casey to start painting it. Do you want to put it here?
I realized, yeah, that might work. I realized we didn't bring like tissues or anything.
No, we didn't. If you fuck up, you fuck up.
If I fuck up,
you can just start with one stripe in the middle if you want, and we can do the edges later.
No, I think I can do it.
Okay.
I just need, you know what? I think I have like some tissue or something, because it's best if you're on my knee, but I need like some sort of protection. But you can talk.
Okay, cool. So week 5, the first thing she talked about is recovering a sense of possibility. And the biggest thing with this limit, I'm getting ahead of myself. The biggest thing with this theme was talking about limits, like self-limiting beliefs. Not only that, but like assuming and imagining that the universe has a limit. Like you have a limit to how much success you can have, a limit to how much money you can make, a limit to how much anything can happen. And obviously there's like the tangible version of limits of like I can only have so many things.
Do you think that baby is going to be in the background?
Yeah, definitely. If you hear a baby, you hear a baby. It's fine. Honestly, this might be the first episode that I don't edit that much because I feel like it's a fun conversation so far, and because we're facing each other, it feels more like a conversation. And I might keep this whole part in. We'll see.
You should.
I should. Make it easier on myself. We're amateurs. It's fine if this baby's crying. We're doing this outside too, which is just like not the usual podcasting setup. Ooh, it's a nice color. Ooh, I like her. Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna fuck up your toenails. She's watery. Oh my god, I've wanted my nails done for so long. Sorry. Okay. Actually, secondarily, we got tattoos in Thailand, which I will talk about more later. But I just want to say that I'm really proud of myself because I've been basically not allowing myself to get tattoos on the fronts of my arms because they're most visible for an extremely long time because I was scared of what other people thought.
Which ties perfectly into the virtue trap.
I know, but we're not there yet.
We're not?
No, we got to talk about the other ones first.
I don't even know what the other ones were.
Well, the first one was, again, like the scarcity mindset. The universe doesn't have a budget, like that kind of thing. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the first thing, was her talking about that. And the quote that I highlighted was, let the flow manifest itself wherever it will, not where we will it. I'm going to say that again. Let the flow manifest itself wherever it will, not where we will it.
Yeah.
So we're not going to force it in any way. And I think that's something that is kind of hitting me right now, like just lightly. especially when it comes to like I'm struggling with social media, and we were just having a conversation outside of the podcast about that. And
just while we were walking over here.
Yeah, and it's just about how like social media is a fucking trap, and it's just like I don't know, I just like feel really weird about it right now, and I haven't really found the words to describe why I feel weird about it, but like I just do, and that's not my favorite. But yeah, that was a really important quote, and I think that's something that it's good for all of us to think about is like we just gotta roll with the flow and not force it in any direction, and that's what led her into uh, a section about finding the river. So that was a really interesting way of putting it. It's just like the flow is the river, and the universal flow. Just you gotta like fall into the river and let yourself go along that.
And I really resonated with that part.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that like I sketched a river into my little sketchbook. That was the drawing that I was working on.
I love that.
Because I wrote down that quote. I want to read it because I liked it so much.
Please do.
And I think like even talking about that now is a good reminder to me, because I know that like, I mean, we're both not doing our best today. I'm definitely not doing my best, but like being reminded that like the rocky parts, the like, you know, different parts of the river, you still have to like be okay with following the flow of it.
Oh my god, that looks so fucking good.
Thank you.
When did you finish that?
When you took a nap.
It looks really, really good. Show the camera.
I don't know
if you can see it. If you can see it, you can see it. If you can't, it's a beautiful drawing, and it's really, you did a really great job with the shadows and the values. I'm really proud of you. That looks amazing.
Well, thank you.
Take it. Don't.
But it's not mine. Like I found a sketch of a river, and I said I'm gonna copy that so that I can like learn more.
Steal like an artist.
Yeah.
It's still yours.
Aww,
you drew it. Did someone else draw that?
Yes.
Did someone else draw this in your book?
Oh, no.
Yeah, then it's yours.
Okay.
Anyways.
So, yeah, she said, recovery is the process of finding the river and saying yes to its flow, rapids, and all. I liked that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I like that quote a lot. 1, 2, flowing with the river is something that we have been taught not to do. We've been taught, especially in a Western society, which I think is why it's kind of challenging being here in Australia right now. We've been taught to force the river in whatever way we want it to go. We've been like trying to take control. Like we go to college to do this specific thing. At 18, we have to know exactly what we want to do and go to college and spend all our money on it, especially in the US, and like all those things. And yet we don't actually know what we want until we've like grown into ourselves a little bit more. Like we should go to college to find ourselves, but it shouldn't cost that much. 1, and 2, it shouldn't be like, there's just a lot of opinions there, to be honest. But how do you even know? I don't even know what I want to do, and I have 2 degrees, like 3 licenses. Like the cautionary note she wrote was to be aware of how much you're putting in. How do I explain this? I wrote something here, and it's like not making entire sense to me. Putting creative hands in only human hands can block good and potential. I'm gonna skip that.
I feel like that part was about like basically you have to have the spiritual connection aspect of it in order to make progress and to make movements.
Yeah.
Like it can't just like creativity can't just be in the hands of humans.
Yeah. You just have to like trust the universe a little bit. You can't always be doing it yourself. Like you can ask for opportunities, you can make a path for yourself, but if you're not like trusting at least a little bit and you're only putting your creativity in the hands of others, then it will never be your creativity, like you got to start with something. Like what? Yeah. Going back to this river quote though, like it's a journey of flow and grace that moves us through growth and change. Like, we really just have to, the only way we're able to like truly grow and flow, these are all words that rhyme in a way that it's going to confuse my brain very quickly. Oh, it's so good.
I'm going to do a second coat. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm not worried. That's fine. It's okay if it's textured. I don't care. You know me. I'm probably going to peel it off in a second anyways. Not peel it off. It'll probably crack or something. I've been wanting my nails done for a while too. So funny. I haven't done this for so long. It's very girly era. Anyways, I totally lost my train of thought. I got too excited about my nails.
We were talking about creativity in the hands of only humans, and then
I was going back to the river quote, but I feel like what was said with that, to be honest. Like, you just have to jump in the river and roll with it and know that there's ups and downs. There's moments in our, actually, this kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier in the kitchen. I feel like you literally said earlier that you're trying to find patience, I guess, in yourself for like, okay, I know that there's growth coming, but where is it, kind of? But like, it's already happening. Yeah, like growth, she said this, I think, last week or the week before, like growth is something that's happening at such a rapid pace that it's hard to see it. Yeah, like it's happening right in front of my eyes, and it's happening faster than you think, and you are doing all the right things, and you are growing from it. Like, there's so much that's been changing because of that.
But like, yeah, trusting it is just like so much easier said than done.
Oh, absolutely. It's hard. It's scary to just trust it. It's hard to just be like, put my whole pussy into it.
Yeah.
But I think that's partially why we're taking it such an interesting approach, because we're focusing more about finding ourselves, not something. Oh, look at that little gosling.
Oh, cute.
That's so cute. I'm not apologizing for that. But like, that's such a like important part, and there's actually a quote that leads into really well.
I know what quote you're talking about.
Yeah. Do you want to read it?
I wrote down the whole thing because I liked this one a lot too.
Please.
Often people attempt to live their lives backwards, try to have more things in order to do more of what they want so that they'll be happier. But the way it works is actually the reverse. You must first be who you really are, then do what you need to do in order to have what you want. That's the one, right?
That's the one. I love that. You must be who you really are, then do what you need to do in order to have what you want. Like, ooh. That part was just like, yes.
Yeah, it resonated a lot, and it's definitely like, it really is the reverse of what so many people do. And like, I even think about like people in my life that I know are doing, like, they're not doing what they want to do because they think it'll take them to where they want to be, and doing what we're doing, which is the radical opposite. Yeah, it's challenging.
Yeah, it's hard. It's scary, especially doing it without like, we don't have, like, I don't have a job right now. So, and that's something that's been coming up a lot for me. Like, I've set myself a challenge of not looking at job boards, not trying to make, not that I'm not trying to make money, I'm not trying to put that in the universe, but like, I'm not actively trying to start a business. I'm not trying to start a social media platform. I'm not trying to find like a big girl job or even like a barista job or anything. Like, I'm not trying to actively look for anything. I'm letting it come to me until January 2nd, and then I'm allowed to look. But like, that's been so challenging to me because I'm so used to doing it that way, where it's like, okay, I want this, so I'm going to go do that, and then I'll figure out who I am later. But now that I'm doing it the other way around, like, the dream life that I've wanted for a long time but haven't been allowed to say, or, you know, we've been making Pinterest boards that are like, the ultimate is what yours is named. Mine's named Dream Life with a little wave on it. And it's completely different than something I would have made years ago. Like, my dream board for 2010 or 2020, I think 2020 is the one I have. That's the earliest one I have. It's very like eating disorder ridden and like exercise disorder ridden, but it's so different. It's so different. And like, I've never resonated more with the board I'm creating. And because I'm picking up on stuff that I like more, of course, Pinterest is like a learning algorithm. So like, if you like something, it's going to go that direction. It's been in such a lovely, like, it's a lot of pottery, but like, it's a lot of really sweet things that I'm really liking. And that shows me like on a very immediate platform of like, okay, this thing in me is changing. this desire that I have or had, this desire that I have is not what I have had in the past. And like, it's not what I've done before. And that's not a bad thing. It's really, really exciting. Like, I'm just, something that I wrote is we're learning to give up dependence on people, but instead source. So we're learning to depend on source. We're learning to just like trust. I think in this moment, I say that because instead of trusting like all the expectations of what people want from me and all the like, this is what I'm supposed to do, I'm instead listening to myself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's something that you've been like kind of forced to do for a little longer than me. I guess force is a strong word, but you know what I mean? Like, you were in a position where like I was like, yes, you don't have a job, you just moved to Portland, put out in the universe what you want and it will come to you. And then you got like the perfect job at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like your overall ultimate dream job, but it was like a perfect job at the time.
It was perfect for what I needed, yeah.
Exactly. And that was just so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely like the example I always go back to when I think of like my ability to like manifest and trust the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
that was such a like specific moment that worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you want to say more about it?
No, I don't think so. It was just, I'm just riffing off of you.
You're riffing off me. Well, guess what's next?
The virtue trap?
The virtue trap. We made it to the part where I got roasted.
So you gotta explain what it is.
Oh my god. It's like, okay, so the virtue trap, how do I even start with this? You might need to explain it.
What I gathered from it.
Yeah, you do your rough draft. Not rough draft. You do your synopsis and I'll get deep.
Yeah, my synopsis, I'm going to apologize because, like, my brain is not fully here. So
yeah, I apologize.
It's not going to fully make sense necessarily. But what I got from it is, like, basically the virtue trap is very similar to being a people pleaser, where you tell yourself, like, if I'm a good person and I prioritize other people's needs, like, that's good enough, basically.
Then
and
my
like
own needs are being met by that.
Like, I'm such a good person. Like, I'm like, when someone asks for something from me, they need me, like, I'm gonna be there. And like, by being that good person, like, the good things are gonna come to me. And like, that's not like entirely false, but you neglect yourself in the process.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that feels like,
that's a pretty good synopsis, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, look at my nails.
I do want to do a second coat, but
yeah, that's fine. I'll let them dry first. First thing that she said that, whoa, my voice got deeper. Okay, butch lesbian coming out of me. The first thing that she said that made me like really perk up and go, this feels like it's targeted at somebody, aka me. She said, staying stuck is the cost of non-action. And I was like, that's something I really resonate with, of like staying. I for 7 years I was in a relationship where I felt so stuck, and I like, because I was stuck, I couldn't take actions forward for what I wanted, what I needed, blah blah blah. I was taking some actionable steps towards like what other people wanted from me, what people expected of me. Like, I went and got my master's degree, I went and got a massage therapy license, I did all those things that I thought I wanted to do, and then the healthcare system just got worse and worse, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm out. But something that I wrote as a quote: what would happen to my friends, family, relationships if I became myself and stepped away to heal? And that was like, oh, she may have said that almost immediately after this. And it was very quickly like, oh, she got me. She saw me. Oh shit. If I stepped away for my whole life, I believed that I had to be this, like, I was expected to, and believed that I had to be this like sunshiny, such a happy, like, I talked like this, and I was always like, I'm Steffi, I'm so sweet. I'm gonna stay in the voice because I think it's funny. I'm Steffi, I like work as a barista, and I also go to school, and I work like 50 hours a week, and that's so much fun and fun because I'm supporting my family, and my family is this man who makes double what I make, and my cat that he doesn't want. Like, that was like such a, oop, did I just hit it? No, we're good. I touched my nail polish, but we're good. Like that was such a like, oh yeah. And there's been so many friends in our life, in my life specifically, like so many friends in my life who I still love deeply and desperately. That's always a weird way of saying it. I love these friends so deeply, and yet so many times I put myself aside to take care of them, and like, look where it got me. Nowhere. It got me in Australia. That's not true. I got me to Australia, which is a dream I've had since I was about like 8 years old. So it's been 2 decades of me wanting to be here. And now we're here, and that's awesome and exciting. It's a shame that I didn't come sooner, but at the same time, like it was it was 2 decades of me. I mean, obviously the first decade I was literally in elementary through high school, so like I couldn't really do anything about that. But for a whole decade I wanted to do this thing and didn't do it because I was scared that if I left, then I would be abandoned. Which is funny because you're the one leaving. So you're technically abandoning them. But I thought that I would never have visitors. I thought people would hate me. I thought that people would stop loving me. And all I wanted at the time was love. I just wanted to feel loved. And like, I know my parents were doing their best. I know my friends were doing their best. Like, I have a few friends who I do truly feel like love me for who I am. And I'm so grateful for them. And at the same time, there were many friends at that time where like, I was trying really hard to like be everything they wanted me to be. And for so much of my life, I've tried to be what others want, not what I want. And that was something I was getting into on my own before this week. Like I was making this like my inner artist coming out Pinterest board, funny enough, which ends up being really funny. That comes in later. But it had like me with nails, me with bleached hair. It wasn't actually me, but like this is like the theoretical of like I have tattoos on my arms and fingers, and like me becoming myself is so outside of what was expected of me and what I thought what outside of happy sunshine Steffi. I wonder if it sounds like a separate person on the podcast. I do that. But do you wanna read how I got read to the gods?
Yeah, I'll read them.
Let's see. Hold on. Was there anything else I wanted to say? Virtue can be a deadly. Yeah, no, you just read it. You just read.
Okay.
And now Casey will roast me, aka what's her name? Julia
Cameron.
Julia Cameron will roast me now.
Yeah.
Through Casey's voice.
Should I just read the highlighted parts?
You can read whatever you want. Because the first one is also
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So we are caught in the virtue trap. There are powerful payoffs to be found in staying stuck and deferring nurturing your sense of self. For many creatives, the belief that they must be nice and worry about what will happen with their friends, family, or mates if they dare to do what they really want to. And then it gets cut off.
I cut it off. That was the part where I was like, oop.
Yeah.
Got red.
And then the highlighted part is we strive to be good, to be nice, to be helpful, to be unselfish. We want to be generous, of service, of the world. But what we really want is to be left alone. When we can't get others to leave us alone, we eventually abandon ourselves. To others, we may look like we're there, we may act like we're there, but our true self has gone to ground. What's left is a shell of our whole self. It stays because it is caught. Like a listless circus animal prodded into performing, it does its tricks, it goes through its routine, it earns its applause, but all of the hoopla falls on deaf ears. We are dead to it. Our artist is not merely out of sorts. Our artist has checked out. Our life is now an out-of-body experience. We're gone. A clinician might call it dissociating. I call it leaving the scene of the crime. Afraid to appear selfish, we lose ourself. We become self-destructive. Because this self-murder is something we seek passively rather than consciously act out. We are often blind to its poisonous grip on us.
And so I was red. Also, really quick, do you see those people who are jumping from the sky?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool, huh? Didn't know you could do that here. But,
oh, are they skydiving?
I think they were skydiving. Because that tail shows that it was in something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think those people were skydiving.
Very cool.
That feels like some kind of something. That feels
Maybe.
like something.
Could be.
But yeah, that was how I got read to the gods. And while there was a thunderstorm in Koh Samui, I curled up in a ball and looked at Casey, and Fifi cried. Yeah, that's like completely what I experienced.
Yeah.
That's like it was very, at that point after that was read, I was like, okay, this chapter's 100% for me and for all the people pleasers. But like that first part of the highlighted part, that first part of like, if I'm all these things, then like what she said is, I just want to be left alone. And for me, it was like, I wanted to be loved. And but at the same time, I did want to just like, if I do all these things right, can I be accepted yet? Can I be loved? And I did all those things right, and it didn't do shit. It only made things worse. And I did like, I don't want to say kill myself because that sounds really scary. I killed my creative self. I killed my artist self. Like that part of me died. And I was like, I think when we first started doing the artist way, it was starting to come out a little bit. But if you sensed any like tension for me, it's because I didn't have one anymore. Like I did, because I know how to be creative. I can do the building blocks. I can do the things. But like I lost that part of myself that was actually genuinely creative. I lost a part of myself, period. Like I yeah, it was I got read. I have not like truly been myself probably ever until like now. I'm starting to figure that out. And like again, like I got my passion fruit tattoo because I like passion fruit a lot, and it was like an interesting little metaphor. Thank you. It was a little metaphor for like falling in love with myself again, because like I had such a tough time with passion fruit for a while, and then I was like, actually I love all parts of it, even this weird buggy part. So now I'm trying to see that as myself in some way, and I just think it's really sweet. I wonder if this is where they're diving out of. Anyways, yeah. So I guess I don't have a ton to say. Like that kind of said it for me, but like that was just like, ball. Like I don't know how to like make the sound that is an arrow piercing my heart. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because like when we started listening to that past week, and then we were like looking at each other, and you started like
you were
slowly
looking at me.
you were like slowly curling into a ball. I couldn't help but laugh. Like I felt really bad, but I was like, yeah, you need to like open your ears all the way to what is being said here.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that I don't relate to it. I feel like I do, but I feel like I've also stepped past that. I don't feel like I've been in the virtue trap, or
Well,
like I have in the past, but I feel like I'm not quite in that same space. Like I definitely have been a people pleaser. I definitely have put other people's needs before my own. I've definitely lost touch with a lot of my like creative self, but I think like starting with like my transition and like through college, and like especially like post college, when I started doing aerial, I feel like that's what like kind
that
of broke me
reignited
out
it,
of
right?
that broke me out of it, because like I was in like a weird phase of being on T where I was just like pissed off at everyone and everything. And I also felt pretty isolated, and I didn't feel like I was getting the support from friends that I would have wanted to. And I just wasn't happy. I didn't feel like I was living for myself. Like I was working, and then I would come home and clean the house, and that would basically be my day. And then like the weekend would come, and it would just be like playing catch up, and like I just wasn't really doing anything for myself. And I don't know what happened, but I just said like, you know what, I need to do something for myself. And then I started doing aerial, and it was so nice. Like I definitely relate a lot more to like wanting to be alone, because at that time I was living in a house with like 4 other people, and
so many animals too.
yeah, and I wanted something that was just my own thing. I wanted to be able to go somewhere, do my own thing, and feel at least a little bit like I was doing something special and unique and for myself that was also creative. And I feel like I really found that when I started doing aerial.
Absolutely. That's why it's so special to you and so near to your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely miss it. But yeah, so that's why like I don't necessarily like connect to it fully in the same way, because I feel like I was able to like dig myself out and be like, you know what, fuck this. And like I really do attribute a lot of that attitude to like transitioning, because that rocks your world in an entirely different way of like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do what people expect me to do.
Yeah.
And like I'm going to upset people and disappoint people in the process of living my authentic life.
Yeah.
And I
Those people aren't worth keeping around.
yeah, but basically like I understand why you haven't experienced breaking out of the virtue trap in the way that I feel like I have.
I want to hear your reason why you think I haven't.
because because you haven't had like the transitioning aspect. Like there's been other, like there's definitely been other ways where you've like broken out of the mold, but I feel like in a lot of ways the ways that you've like pushed out and like expressed yourself have like kind of just gotten ignored.
Yeah.
Which I'm really sorry.
Thank you.
But like,
wow, that was so validating. That's exactly what fucking happened.
Yeah, like especially with your family, like I know you said you did come out to them and it was just basically like ignored, or like we're just like not going to talk about this, like whatever. And not even in the way of like we're homophobic, but just like
we just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Or they think it's a phase. I don't know what they thought it was. Yeah. I mean, they know now.
But like
my engagement ring.
But like not being praised, not being celebrated, it connects into that thing of like the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference.
Yeah. And I experienced that so many times, like not only with coming out to my family, but like when I was trying to figure out, I was trying a name out for a while, and that was like everyone was just indifferent. And I know that's its own thing, but I was like, okay, like I just want one thing for when I step out of like this boundary I've been living in, when I step out, like for one thing to be celebrated and excited and like cared about. And I think no one fucking cared because they didn't see me as like a person. I think they couldn't see me as a person because I wasn't one. I was a shell. Like I was a shell of a person trying to step out, and people were like, what is that? And just didn't care.
But at the same time, I feel like you have to be the one to validate yourself in those things, because like again, back with like Ariel, like it lit up something inside me that I didn't know existed, and felt I was so, and I'm still in love with it. I just haven't done Ariel in a while, but like I was so passionate, I was so in love. I was going to the studio like 3-4 times a week, going to classes every week, and I felt like it was special and incredible and this like unique thing. And you know, my friends, it's not that they weren't supportive, but it was just like I don't think they really understood it. They didn't really know what it was.
Yeah.
They did go to like
a performance,
which was really nice of them. But like they didn't really understood what it meant to me and how special it was. And I had to be the one to tell myself like, I am so grateful that I'm doing this for myself, and I love that I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And I love this.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't get that feeling from other people. I had to give it to myself.
Yeah. You have been very supportive of this part, and I know that I need to find my like quote unquote thing that is my equivalent to Ariel, because I haven't found my like thing that's like I want, I guess not that I want to be alone with it. I know you're not saying you want to be alone with it, but something that you're like, this is my thing that like I put all my whole pussy into, and like, you know, I don't really have that because I was doing it for everybody else, and everybody who asked me to step down from their thing, I stepped down and didn't come back to it. Like a lot, I thought I had things in the past, like I thought I had photography or modeling or pole or, well, I thought I had silks and then I dislocated my pelvis, and that's its own story. But you know, there's so many things that I was like, this is like a cool gem that I just found, and then someone else was like, well, it's actually my gem. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll try to step down. And even if I didn't step down, or I was like, okay, I'll stay adjacent and I'll do my own thing with it. It either just like didn't, because of that, it became like not mine. I don't know. It was all of this, just you can see in real time the like active argument in my head of like who I've been, and this like virtuous, what is it, virtuous warrior, I think she called it, warrior.
I don't remember that part, but
she called it like a virtuous whatever, a selfless giving person or whatever, and your creative self who you're sacrificing to do that. And like that's an active argument that's been in my head, and there's been so many things like that. So yeah, it's just a challenge, and it's something that like I feel like like fiery, like I don't really have the right words because I just feel frustration about like how I don't even know how to like touch that, because I'm learning to, and I'm learning to like figure out who I am first so I can then get to that point. But I was read so freaking hard, dog. I was read to the gods.
But I mean, I really loved that like we went and got tattoos, because like I feel like it tied really well into the message of this week. And like, you know, there's a reason that you haven't put visible tattoos on your arms. You have a lot of tattoos, but you don't have tattoos that are easily visible on your arms. If you're wearing pants and a short sleeve shirt prior to getting these tattoos, it could look as though you don't have tattoos. And you did that for a reason. You did that because you were, well, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, you can say it. You're right.
Like a little bit of like conforming and like wanting to please others.
Yeah.
And like
just
also
want to hate me.
like the potential of like, you know, job prospects, I suppose.
That's correct.
But you also know that like you wouldn't want to be in a job that would not allow you to have tattoos like that and not allow you to express yourself. And like your mom is already impossible to please, so like,
sorry, Mom. You know it's true though. There's no way she's gonna see this. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm really happy that you got those tattoos.
Thank you, Bubba.
I feel like it was a step in the right direction.
Thank you.
And yeah, we weren't able to find press-on nails that we liked, but we got you nail polish.
Got me nail polish, and that's making me feel happy. It's bright, but I think it's also directly in the sun, but they like glow in the dark a little. I think it's fun. I feel like my nails, my what are these called? Fingers look very long. Yeah, something to go off of that is, oh my gosh, actually something that was so, she said the word false self, or the phrase false self, and I was like, that's the shit I've been talking about since I was literally 10 years old. I have been talking about how I wear a mask constantly for everybody, and no one like really took that seriously or like did anything with it. But then she said false self, and I was like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. I created an entire persona to please others and make the world comfortable, and then like couldn't give a fuck about myself. I saw this picture on Pinterest where I think it said, I guess it was a quote, but it was like, I'm done being digestible, you can fucking choke.
That's funny.
Or that, or it's like, I'm done being broken down to be digestible, you can choke. Something like that. But like, that's like, I'm trying to live that life now. Like, you can choke. If you don't like it, you can leave. You know, I don't really know what it is yet, but I'm trying.
It's a process. It's a journey. We are on the river.
Yeah, we're on the river.
Going through the rapids, going through the slow, still parts, going through the parts where you end up in, what's it called, an eddy? And you're like spinning around for a while, and then you gotta like get back out into the...
Eddy's just like where it's calm. Doesn't have any movement, really.
I know. I guess when...
Do you usually spin in eddies?
Well, when we were on the rafting trip, we got stuck in an eddy, and we like went in a circle.
Oh, you were on the... I see what you're saying. You're on the outskirt of it. That's
so
fair.
Like that was the river analogy that I was connecting to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a lot I could say. I'm just gonna like rattle off some fucking things. Are you destructive to your true self? Yes. Are you destructive to your true creative nature? Yes.
was this the quiz?
Virtue trap quiz I can't answer, but I don't know if we want to do that. Virtuous to a fault. My alter ego sunshine me will bite the dust once I am myself, once my inner artist is facing forward. And that one was scary, where it's like my like false self will die once my true self comes out. And that's kind of scary. And that's okay. The questions that she said for anyone who's like feeling, what's the word? A connection to this?
Like relating to it?
Yeah. This is not a word for it, but anyone who's relating to this.
Resonating?
Thank you. That's the one. Anyone who's resonating with this, you can ask yourself, what would I do if I weren't selfish? What would I try if it weren't too crazy? If I weren't selfish, that was the one that I like ran with.
If I weren't selfish or selfless?
Selfish. If it weren't selfish, what would I do?
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
I mean, she wrote it the other way, but like potato. And then the last one that was like, oi, does your life serve you or only others? Are you self-destructive?
Yeah, that's where you got.
Ooh, that was the final
You
blow.
just got grinded to the stone.
I'm just a skinny dust. Carrot now.
Yeah.
I'm carrot grindings. What are those called? Carrot shavings? Shaved
Why
carrot.
Why are you thinking of carrots?
Because we ate. The carrots here are so good.
You're so funny. Oh my god. Getting off topic.
Anyways, we're not going to read the virtue trap quiz. The last thing she talked about was, oh no, these weren't even last things. There were 2 exercises she gave before the tasks list. We're almost done. Forbidden joy and exercise. List 10 things you love and you'd like to do but aren't allowed to. And last one was a wish list exercise. As quickly as you can, write I wish 18 times with whatever you wish for. And the 19th, or then do one, the 19th, I most especially wish one time. That one was really hard because at the time we were in Phuket and we were at a beach that had a shit ton of plastic. So everything I wrote was like, I wish plastic didn't exist. I wish people were better than the planet. I wish people were kind to each other. I wish it was like all these things that were external from me, which is still important, but like, okay, damn bird. It was all these external things of like, I wish the planet wasn't dying. I wish people weren't awful. I wish that Cheeto Man wasn't elected. Like, it was all this shit. And it was deeper than that. But I noticed that in that moment, I went towards that. And
yeah, I did the same thing.
Yeah, we were definitely a little, what's the word I'm looking for?
Biased?
Yeah, I guess biased from the situation we were in. We were influenced by the situation we were in, but that's not a bad thing. But yeah, next up is the task. The tasks this week were interesting. They were a lot like more gentle, I guess.
Yeah,
they were like easy.
Yeah, I feel like the tasks this week, my experience of them was like it wasn't too different from what we've already like been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like I wouldn't say I got anything like significant out of this week's tasks. I feel like this week for me has just been like continuing on the path essentially.
You didn't think anything from like doing the visual parts of it? Did you do the visual parts of it?
Yeah, I made a Pinterest board.
Okay. Did that feel resonating at all?
Yeah, but like I've been making Pinterest boards, so like
yeah.
I was pretty lazy this week. I did all my morning pages, but like I did some of the tasks. I wrote things out. I guess I just felt like I was kind of going through the motions this week, which I don't really blame myself for because I had diarrhea for 2 days straight, and then we went from being in weather that was warm and like the equivalent of like what 90-degree weather to cold, and we're wearing beanies and sweaters.
Yeah, and like I don't know, I think that the week started out with like getting roasted for me at least, and then we had a mindfulness, or we had a manifestation meditation that like was a good thing to do later that same day. Maybe that was the next day, I don't remember. And then we were traveling, so that's more so where it came, is like travel was just such a struggle. We kept missing stuff. That was on me. Like we missed a ferry, we missed a bus, we missed like it just things were just burnt toast theory, but also things were just not vibing. The river was rough.
The river was rough.
Anyways, so on the note of morning pages, we can talk about our morning pages, our artist state, and if we experience any synchronicities. That's the end of it. You can go first.
Morning pages.
It's like you're just going through the motions.
I mean, this week I discovered because there, I don't know. I don't think you relate to this, but maybe other people will relate to like I don't always have enough in my brain to write 3 pages just like from my brain. It's usually like one page is just from my brain, and then I usually need another page or two to like give myself a prompt essentially. And like I know the one I've shared before is just like basically like self affirmation things. This week I did a version that's basically like just manifestation journaling. And that's been like another kind of hack for morning pages that's helped me because I'm able to easily write like all the things that I want, um, and be like as specific as I can with the areas that I know. There's things that I don't know, but I just skip those. Um, so I feel like that was like a little breakthrough, I guess.
Yeah.
Of like, if I don't know what to write, I can either say, okay, time to like do self affirmations, or okay, time to like just do some manifestation journaling.
Yeah, that's very like, week 5 of you.
Or like gratitude journaling.
Yeah.
And that's an easy way for me to like get to the 3-page mark.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had more trouble with morning pages this week, though.
So. Morning pages and I didn't get along very well this week. Only because, and I mean, it's not even the whole week. The most of this week was fine. I had like, I guess not, I'm not going to mention like the title that I thought of, but like I had some little breakthroughs of like, oh, these like cool ideas and I like these things and here's some thoughts about myself and here's how I want to be more like myself and get out of the virtue trap, blah, blah, blah. Not blah, blah, blah. But like I went down that route a lot and then I ran out of my journal. And so I hopped on my iPad to try and write on there. And for whatever reason, it could be that we just happen to be in Melbourne at a time where it's cold and my body's reacting poorly. I'm on my second period this month. Like, shit's just like not feeling. Oh, yeah. Also, I've been like semi sick for 2 weeks now and trying to get over like this weird ass cold thing. And I had diarrhea for like 2 days straight. So, like, different 2 days, luckily. Thank fuck. So like I'm struggling on a bunch of different levels. And on top of all of that, there's just like some emotional things that I'm dealing with that's just like amplified. Like I've cried every morning this week because I'm just like not okay. And for whatever reason, be it that, which is a very strong indicator, or something about writing in the iPad is just like not feeling good. I feel like really, 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 really not good. As I'm holding it in my lap and writing in the morning, I feel angry and agitated. And like it's almost like holding it makes me pissed off. And that's why I'm like so sure. Like I don't think you can curse an iPad, but like I just think I need to write pen and paper. Like no matter how much I don't want to carry more weight, I think I'm gonna have to, because I'm so uncomfortable with writing in the iPad. Like it's just like I will still use that little like $20 pen we got for editing of photos. Like that's fine with me and I'm happy to have it. I'm actually very happy to have it. And like as my irritation gets stronger, the iPad starts falling apart more. You know, like it glitches out, the pen stops working, it completely closes out of the application, it starts overheating. Like it's an older iPad. It's a mini one. It's old. She's old. I don't want to replace it. I'd rather just use my computer back in the US once we get our hands on that. And like if it dies, it dies. I can still use it for plenty of other things. And yeah, it's just I think I need to do pen and paper. I've just been so angry and so agitated. And I know anger is like a voice for something else, and I've been investigating that. But like one morning, my whole like 2 days ago or a day ago, is that yesterday?
I don't know what you're referencing.
I think yesterday, my whole 3 pages were just like anger and like hatred. And
that was yesterday.
It was awful. And I sobbed for like a solid, half an hour? More, less?
I'd say about that.
About half an hour of just like pure sobbing because of like how uncomfortable I was with what I had written. I literally deleted it. Like I I never wanted to come. I know you're not supposed to read your morning pages anyways, but like I did never want to see it again. It was just like so unhelpful. And like today I tried really hard to stay. I totally thought someone just fell in the water. I tried to stay like positive and like gratitude journaling and like everything that you're saying because that is a helpful tool. But yeah, I've just been struggling and things are not flowing as easily as they have been. And I think there's some like attachment things that I'm working through of like how journals are supposed to look versus like what I'm needing to write about. And there's just some things I'm working through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know where I learned this, but I know that like the connection you have, like doing something on pen and paper, like you're more likely to like remember it. You're more likely to like connect with it better if you do it that way. And like I thought about that. I have thought about that. The reason that I use the iPad is because like yeah, it just saves a lot of paper, and like I used my paper journal for other like related things. But I think I also ideally would write all of them with pen and paper because it's a lot more grounding. And
yeah, that's a good word for it.
Yeah. So I feel like that could definitely be part of it.
Should we go get journals today for ourselves?
I mean, that's the plan.
But it was for me. Do you want to get one too? Do you want to get matchy journals? That's probably a bad idea.
Maybe if I find one that I like, but I still have a lot of pages left in mine.
Yeah.
And I also I like using the iPad because my iPad is my designated like creative unit.
I guess as long as you're not feeling ungrounded.
No, I haven't had a problem with it.
Okay, then maybe it's just for me. I'm getting a new journal today, hopefully.
But I think you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a little bit easier for me to ground than it is for you.
Yeah, it's always been. You have way less thoughts in your head. You're also just like, you going into this, I feel like, not that you started with an advantage, but you've had this journey before in a different way during your transition. You've done this before in a very different way.
I've done this at least 2 or 3 times now.
I'm not saying not the artist way specifically. I'm saying this kind of transformation.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd argue at least 2 or 3 different times in my life. Not to this like degree. I feel like this is the most I've ever done.
Yeah. Really? I'd say transitioning is probably greater than this.
Yes, but there was also still like a lot of myself that I hadn't yet discovered, and like there were things that I did that I no longer connect to.
Yeah.
And there were like versions of myself that I thought I was that I wasn't really.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
no hate to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess like I've only had this kind of transformation once, and it was like very short-lived because then someone else's feelings were more important than my journey. But yeah, lastly, our artist date, which how honest do you want to be about that?
We're gonna be honest about it. So we planned yesterday. We went to the botanical gardens here.
I just dropped it. Shit.
And like the original plan was to go and to like find some plants to sketch. But you know, we had to meet ourselves where we were at. You haven't been feeling good. I haven't been feeling good. And so we went to the botanical gardens. We had some like challenging conversations, some deep conversations.
Thank you again for those.
Yeah. And I feel like I was okay with saying just going to the botanical gardens was enough. Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
I did take some photos of some plants, and like I was inspired of like, oh, this would be fun to sketch, and like I can go back to the photos and sketch those later when I feel like I want to practice drawing something.
Yeah.
So I think that in its own way, it was good that we were just like, let's not
just there for the vibes.
Let's not overdo it.
Yeah.
Like, we're not vibing with this. I hadn't taken my meds, so I was like crashing out.
Yeah.
And
you weren't crashing out.
I definitely crashed out.
You crashed later. You were tired, but you didn't crash out at the garden.
Yeah. I was getting there though.
Yeah.
So
it's okay.
So yeah, it wasn't like a crazy, like mind-blowing discovery of an artist date. but we still
we
did
had
it.
some really important conversations for me especially, and I'd say that it was overall really nice. And I brought my camera, so I had some fun taking some photos, even though that wasn't like the point. I was doing that more for me, and I had my own little like, do I just delete social media entirely right now and just take photos with my camera and not my phone, and like whatever happens happens, and I have to keep it on me at all times?
I fully support that idea.
It's just one more thing to carry. But yeah, I'm considering that strongly. But anyways, I think that's maybe I'll do that. I don't know. It's so convenient to just whip out my phone.
But then you get on social media, and then I'm like, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "You're right. I was on here, and I wasn't even thinking about it."
I mean, I undownloaded those two, and then when I was looking up that one lady, I was looking through her feed to try and figure out if it was her, and it wasn't.
They have no idea what you're talking about, but it's fine.
It's fine. You guys don't have to know. I'm tired. I'm pooped.
I know someone out there is like kind of spacing out and washing their dishes, so they're like, I don't even know what these bitches are talking about.
Yeah, if you're that person, comment. Be like, that was me. Put a koala emoji and comment. That was me.
Oh my god. Anyway,
funny.
So we did technically do our artist date.
Yes, we did our artist date. But we kind of had a lot of artist date, because like I would consider that getting our tattoos would have counted as an artist date as well, because that was just like very inner artist for me. Yeah, I'd even count what we're doing right now as an artist date, to be honest.
Sitting out here.
Yeah. You painted my nails. We talked to this. Like, creating a podcast is artistic in its own way.
True.
Yeah, but it was a good week. It was a very challenging week, but it was still good. I got my ass handed to me, and I'm recovering.
I got my ass handed to me in a different way, physically. So yeah. And like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't really have anything else to say.
There was the other question about synchronicities.
Oh yeah, synchronicities. Can you think of any? There wasn't any like, here's like an opportunity. Like, there was nothing like that. There was just little like angel numbers and the fucking horse. Okay, so
is that considered a synchronicity? That was
I'm wild. Counting that a fucking synchronicity.
You have to tell the story.
We were in Phuket. We had just arrived. We were having dinner or dinner. It's like lunch dinner. We were sitting at the beach. It was beautiful beach, not in like the heart of Phuket, so it's actually quietish. And we're having like a lovely chat. I'm taking some photos of Casey with this like beautiful pineapple fried rice, and I hear something behind me, but I don't really know what it is. And suddenly Casey looks like they just saw a fucking ghost, and just like looks at this thing, and I hear so loud, like boom, 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 boom. Exactly. And there's a fucking horse not a foot away from me, running by our table. This like giant white thoroughbred.
Literally right next to our table.
It was, I literally had to put my hand out. I could have touched it.
I did not have time to register what was happening until I turned my head, and there was just the body of a horse right next to the table, and then it kept running.
That's how I felt. I like turned my head slightly, and I was like, that's a horse. That is a whole, actually I thought I was gonna die for a minute. I'm gonna be so real with you. I was like, I'm gonna die like this. But there's just this like giant horse going by us, and we like asked the staff there, being like, is that normal? And apparently it's completely normal. It was at 333.
Yeah,
it was at 333 when that happened. So 333
was it really? I don't remember.
It was. Yeah, I remember that part, because I was like, oh my god, 333 oceans and white horses. And then I saw it on our clock, 333, and I was like, 333 oceans and white horses, what do they have in common? And there was another fucking horse, and we saw the beach, and it was like, okay, this is too weird.
Yeah.
Is there a horse? No, it's not 333. But like, it was just way too weird.
That was really fucking weird.
That was some weird shit. But that's the synchronicity we had. I don't know what it means. I don't understand it. I think it was just like a divine sign of like, you're on the right path, and also here's a horse. I don't know. That was a very RuPaul laugh of mine. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only synchronicity I can think of. I don't know. Can you think of anything else?
Not really, but yeah. I don't know. My brain is like maybe 80% here. I do also have to pee, so we can wrap things up.
Cool. Well, thank you for listening to us. Someone made direct eye contact with me when I said that.
Thanks
for listening.
Thanks for following along. If you've been listening since the beginning, that's amazing.
You're great.
If you just dropped in on this episode, you're probably really confused. You probably didn't get this far if you just started on this episode. Let's be honest. And if you did,
you should start from the beginning. It'll make a lot more sense.
Yeah. But I feel like we are.
No, you know what? Even if they did drop in, I bet they gained something from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if they dropped in, they know what the artist's way is.
Yeah.
So there's at least that.
Even if they didn't, they've gained something, especially if you're a people pleaser. I see you. Put that dish down.
Yeah.
I see you, bitch.
Put that dish down. Tell your roommate to do their own fucking dishes.
Period. And on that note, you're lovely, you're wonderful, you deserve so much love and joy, and you will be successful. We're all shameless creatives who are inherently worthy and will inevitably be successable.
I will win my success. It is inevitable. I will win my success. Okay, bye.
I don't know who that is, but credit that.
My success is inevitable. You can keep that in if you want.
I will. All right. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time.